Man, here we go. Hey, what's going on, man? Thank y'all guys for tuning in with us, the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. As always, it's your boy, Shandeli Dale, GQ Tuesday, Sean Dale. I got my main man with me, Shelly, Sheldon, Sneaky Sam. Don't trust him. Just put his ass out in the finals in the playoffs. Not the finals, put him out in the first round of playoffs in fantasy.
Hey, the injury bugs, the injury bug, man.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I got screwed over by the injury bug.
I was scared.
That's all I'm
I
gonna
lost.
say.
I lost Luca. I was scared that I was cooked. I gave up 2 weeks ago. I didn't think I'd get this far.
But you still had some bonus. That all your players, your team as a whole was healthy. Besides Luca, my team, boy, they crumbled at the end. They crumbled.
Yeah.
Jeremy Grant was out. Tyrese was out. Anthony Edwards missed the last 2 games basically, and Porzingis missed the last game of the week. I can't make this up.
I was watching the game and I think it's somebody's trail hit the group chat. He say, "Man, Shell, you better hope Anthony Edwards come back." I'm watching the game.
I
He
knew he
come
wasn't
back
coming
out in
back.
street clothes and a boot.
I knew he wasn't coming back. I knew he wasn't. Bro, if it's an ankle injuries, people don't come back, bro. Hey,
End
but
of
you
the
know what's
season.
crazy, though? You know what's crazy? When I saw Kyle Kuzma get the ankle injury, he came right back. I said, you know what? That's crazy. Because when it's my players, they don't come back. They don't come back.
Man. So we honestly just started off talking about injuries and everything like that. So let's just go ahead and hop on this Zion Williams, because Zion Williams, he's been out, man, for a good chunk of the season. And going forward, should the Pelicans think about trading him at a time like this? Go ahead, what you think?
I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't trade him now. Not like this coming off season. Nah, I'm not trading Zion. Bro, he's a generational talent. We already had this discussion. He's generational, bro. A dude at 6'6" who weighs, what you think he weighed? Probably
225.
You know he don't play no 225.
He probably do. He probably weigh 215. Probably give him 210, 215.
Zion boy, bro, he was just 300 last year. What are you talking about?
Okay. 300.
He was basically
so
300 last year.
He 240, 230.
Okay, I give him 260.
He's not 260. He's not 260.
I give him 260.
I'm at max, I'm giving him 230, 235. I think he's somewhere between 220. I think he closer to 220.
Nah, bro. He a good 260. Either way, a dude that moves that fast, that athletic, with that weight, I can't get rid of him. But I mean, we gotta see if he can come back next year healthy, bro. I won't trade him, but you can get a big hole though for Zion. I feel like somebody will they'll give you some good players, some decent picks. They'll give you all of that.
Maybe the Knicks.
Yeah, I'd say they probably got to give up. Julius Randle got to be in the trade. Got to give up. I'm not giving RJ. Nah, that's dead.
You think they want Julius Randle back?
I mean, I don't know if they can fit Julius and Zion. I don't think they can fit together. I don't think they can fit. Me personally, I don't think. I
don't know. It don't sound good. It don't sound.
It
good.
don't.
I think Jalen Brunson and Zion, that shit fit. I think that fit perfect.
Yeah, I think that fit you, and they probably give up Quinn Grimes and then some picks. But I can't. I'm not gonna give up on him this coming off season now. But maybe if he ain't healthy again, I definitely think about it, because I'm looking at it like, so in 2019, that was his rookie year. He only played 24 games. You know, he averaged 22 points. 2021, that was his most healthiest season, 61 games. He averaged 27.7 rebounds, 3 assists. Then obviously the next year he didn't play. Then this year he only played 29 games. He averaged 26 points, but they was first. And you could see the impact would they have like stayed in first the whole year? No. But you can see when he was on the court that they were winning. Like they was at the top. They were literally like top 4, top 5 in the West. And then it said that he only played 114 games out of 287. That's a lot of games missed, bro. In just 4 seasons. But I wouldn't give up on Zion. Not just yet, bro. Not just yet. I'm keeping him. Another thing. We haven't even really seen him and B.I. play together because both of them been hurt. I still need to see.
Well, my take is complete opposite of you. Honestly, I won't say they're giving up on him, but I think they have to protect themselves as an organization because Zion is the engine. He the engine for the car. If the engine is missing, the car don't move. When the engine in, they the fastest thing in the streets. They number one with Zion, but this built the car needs the engine to go. Without Zion, they're nothing. Look what them. They I don't think they're making a play in. I don't think they're making a play in. I don't think they're making a playoffs. Uh, so with him missing, it's like, man, is it really worth it? Because like I think someone already said it. I don't know who, but they were like, there's like we talk about Kawhi, we talk about Paul George missing games, but he was like they had major injuries though. ACL tear. Paul George broke his leg. Like those are major injuries. They got it young in their career and they got back and they played games. Paul George had an MVP season. He played a lot this season before he sprained his knee. Kawhi finals MVPs, won rings. And it's like you get with Brandon Ingram and Zion, it's like that young players, they have these injuries that linger in. And it's like, do you want to go forward? Like when people get older, they don't get healthier. That's not how it works. He came in with injuries. So it's like, do you trade Zion? I don't think they trade him right now. I think it's just like with Joel Embiid. It was like, man, it was like, are we ever gonna see him play? Is the process ever gonna process? And he could get to it, but I'm not gonna hold you. I say with Zion, I think honestly, if you got to deal with the same thing next, if he can't get to playing 55, 60 games next season, I think you probably start taking them offers for him because how long they got Brandon Ingram for? What
He
two,
just
two, three
signed
more
that.
years?
He just signed that
He just signed that.
extension. I think
He,
the first year, the year he won Most Improved. So I think that first year after
he
they
got like
came,
two,
so
3 years
he
left.
probably got. I think he got like 3 years left, maybe three. If
And
I could be wrong,
and CJ, he signed his deal with the Blazers a
he
while
got
back.
like 2 more years
Yeah.
after this year. So
So
you know, this
honestly,
core is kind of ending. It's on the inside basically.
I mean, did you? I mean, this and speaking of like the core ending, so that's my Zion take. And I know this off topic because I just seen it before we came on. But the owners of the Clippers, he just came out and he said like pretty much his comments were like next season. If the next season is like the last season, they're thinking about keeping this core together and chasing the ring. And I think it's just like you get to this point, it's like if Zion's the engine and he's not there and the core's coming to an end, you gotta look at them options, just like the Clippers. Like they're getting to the point where it's like, man, the core's coming to an end. If you don't get it done next year, it's time to rebuild and look towards the future. What you think about that?
I mean, I can't. I'm not giving up on this core yet. And I hear a lot of people say Valanciunas don't fit. They said the same thing about Steven Adams can't fit.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like this core can do something. I think I'm not saying they win a championship, but I think they can go to the second round and
Mm-hmm.
make some noise. But we just haven't seen it. CJ really been the most healthiest. He been injured a lot, but he been healthy recently. Zion, he's not coming back because what they are in they
The
they're
12th.
they're in the 12th spot. So
Mm-hmm.
basically they're a half game out of the 10th. So you still fighting. You're still fighting because Lakers, they can lose eventually. Mavericks can lose. OKC can lose. They're only what, a game out of them. It's so tight in the West. I mean, you feel like you have a chance. So but if he can come back healthy, I mean, I'd probably play him, but I'm not giving up on his core. And the same, and like with the Clippers, they're older. They're older, and they always been hurt. Kawhi been missing. He just missed all of last year.
That makes
Paul George
sense.
just recently got hurt. So I feel like that with that core, they're not. I think they're not gonna give up yet because they.
Well, the owner, he said next season is he said next year is the last year.
I mean, you probably go if you do get rid of that core, you're probably gonna get rid of Paul. You're probably gonna get rid of PG. I think that's the guy you get
He
rid of.
played more games than Kawhi though.
But you know what's crazy though? Kawhi better though. He's better, and he is. They are the two cornerstone. But Kawhi is that he's that guy.
He the real franchise.
Yeah, he the real franchise. But they really the both cornerstones. I mean, they both came there together. So they would get rid of Paul, and you can get back something for Paul because Paul George, what is he like? 30?
32.
That's still kind of young for
Yeah.
him. That's still pretty decent. That's a decent age.
Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, Paul George 32. I don't know, honestly. Just looking at the core, honestly, you know what's crazy? It's like we just seen this Pelicans team get formed, come together about last year, and already we seen Zion miss all these games, and the core is coming to the end, and it's like, man, Zion, I don't know what type of career Zion is. He gonna go to Greg Oden Is he gonna go to Joel Embiid route? Like who knows? And like I'm honestly, it's real synonymous with the Clippers. Like right now, that core is coming to the end, and what's it? I don't think they're ever gonna win the chip. I don't think the Clippers are gonna ever win that chip.
As long as they don't stay
at the
healthy,
bubble. They lost the battle with LA. Honestly,
I mean, but they've been beating the Lakers though, so. Well,
the
the Lakers won though, but the Lakers won. But the Lakers have won since since they have come together, like with AD and LeBron and Paul George and Kawhi. Technically, they have won because they won a ring, but in the like regular season wise, they've been beating up on the Lakers.
Yeah, regular season has been good. I mean, honestly, just bring the Lakers up right now and Zion and the Lakers. I think the Lakers got the same problem with AD. Like, is AD the right direction for the Lakers? Me personally, I've been saying no, he's not the guy. Bron been trying to pass him the torch, and every time he try to hand it back to him, he slip and fall, and Bron got I'll catch you on the next time. He about to pass it to him again, and AD be like, hold on, bro, my finger hurt now. Like, it's always something with AD, bro. I don't think nobody really thinks AD is even gonna be a Laker. I don't think they're gonna offer him an extension. If they do, it ain't gonna be what he think he getting. I probably 1 year, 2 year deal. He gonna get something less than Kyrie. Lakers talking about they're not gonna go for Kyrie this offseason. Yeah, you are. Because Bron want him. And I don't think Bron want to keep dealing with like AD. He play a lot of games, and you know they talk about all the games played, and it add up. Woo. I don't know. It's just different with AD.
But I saw like I saw something on Twitter. It was like it said for the Lakers to get Kyrie, obviously they're gonna keep AD, but they was like to get Kyrie, you got to renounce the rights to D'Angelo Russell. Then you basically got to cut Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, basically all like the little players they got back just to have the money to sign Kyrie. Me personally, AD is just inconsistent, bro. Remember, we got a whole video. Go check it on YouTube, TikTok. When we talked about AD was having like one of the best stretches of his career, going off for 35 and 15 every day. Gets hurt, he comes back, he plays decent. But now in this stretch with LeBron, now he been so inconsistent, bruh. I'm looking at, I got the games, I got it right here against the Raptors. I remember in the group chat, Trail was like, man, the Lakers won and AD ain't do nothing. Yeah, that's the Raptors, brother. He had 8 points and 9 boards. Really?
In 33 minutes.
8 points and 9. You only attempted 7 shots.
He did have 4 blocks, though.
You attempted 7 shots, though. You're the best player on the court, bro. Forget on the team, on the court. You're the best player out of both those teams. Then against the Knicks, 17 and 16. I'm cool with the rebounds. Though. You got to give me more than that. The Mavs, that's a good game. 26 points, 10 rebounds, 9 for 14 from the field. That's pretty good. The Magic, 15 points, 11 rebounds, 6 for 15. That ain't good enough. You won that game because Austin Reeves went into God mode. Like
the industry plant.
He went into God mode, so that's the only reason. That's the only reason y'all won. Pelicans, that was his best game. 35 points, 17 rebounds, 11 for 18. That's the 80 we supposed to get. Then yesterday against the Suns, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 10 for 18. That's not bad. That's not a good game. But Austin Reeves went into God mode. Like, you've been the best. You're the best player, but you haven't some games been the best player, bro. Austin Reeves been killing. D'Angelo Russell is decent, and I'm tired of people hyping up D'Lo like he this guy, bro. He's just a good, decent player. He's a decent player, bro. But y'all had him on LA, bro. Stop acting like this man. This man is like this dude, like Raw or something, just because he on the Lakers. He's a good, decent player. But he ain't raw.
He a tier 2 player, but what did he fall at on tier 2? Like low, middle, high.
I'll probably put him at the middle low. I
Low.
put him in like close in the middle low.
I
But
think
we can't hype
he
him
may
up.
be at the top of the tier, like the top of the middle of tier 2. That's what I put him. He's
Like,
not top tier 2 like Jaylen Brown. He's not like up there with him.
and they talking about they want to, like you said, they go resign like Russell. Bruh, if I got a chance to get Kyrie or keep D'Angelo Russell, I'm taking Kyrie, bro. Is D'Angelo Russell probably a better facilitator, a better point guard than Kyrie? Yeah. I think he's a better point guard, but when it comes to
LeBron.
Can he help me win the championship over a Kyrie? No. I would gladly take Kyrie Irving. But you're gonna have to deal with all that BS that goes with him.
Yeah, I think just getting through the season, you need D'Angelo Russell to get through the season, but you need Bron to have Kyrie as that closer for the playoffs. Bron needs a closer. And honestly, just looking at the Lakers, like with all the I didn't think they were supposed to make the playoff play in. I thought they would make the play in. It looks like they're gonna make it that good enough. It looks like they piecing it together. Honestly, showing like they're gonna go through some crazy things in the season, but they're gonna make it. I think Kyrie may be the better person because it just looked like Bron's gonna need somebody that can be in the playoffs and play with him, that closer. I don't think it's AD, honestly, because I'm not really messing with AD like inconsistently. 27 and 9, 15, 11, 26, 10, 35, 17, 17, 16, 8, 9. Like he do have his stretch. He got his good stretch. He got his really, really good. Those are really, really good numbers. But it's just like the motor. The motor for AD is just like it's not always there. It's not like if you could just take that motor that Giannis got and put it in AD, I think he NBA Mount Rushmore.
I was just thinking you always talk about how we gotta stop talking, the talent, and I'm gonna stick by this. AD, I think, is a more player than Giannis, but you always say Giannis has the motor. AD sometimes doesn't want it, and it's like, bruh, you were Giannis before Giannis. Like you was him with the Pelicans, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
And now we always talk about AD top 5 player, and now look at Giannis, best player in the world, bro. Like you was him. That motor like Giannis and wanted to go out there and get the 35 and the 12 and the 3 blocks every night, you would be him. But sometimes you're not him.
So you still say AD more skill, but Giannis is better.
I think he's more skilled.
Yeah, that's just what I was saying. Like we put too much weight on talent. Okay, now let me say this: how many seasons has Giannis been playing better than AD?
AD been in the league 10 years. I think 9. I think this is 9th year. Giannis been in the league
more than that. It got to be more than that.
AD ain't been in the league that long. He's only been in the league like a good 9 years. Because he's 30 now. So he came in 2013. 2012, so yeah, 10 years.
Dang.
And Giannis been in the league how long? What?
Not even, I think maybe 8. Nah, Giannis been in for like 9, I think.
Giannis came in
2013.
He came in the same year as AD. So they've been in the same. No, he came in the year after AD. So he's been in the league 9 years.
Yeah, I know it's 9 years.
I would say Giannis has been better than AD this whole stretch of LA. So that's what we going on? So 4 years plus probably I say 5 years. I say Giannis probably be better than him 5 years.
Yeah, you could still be better than somebody, but they playing better than you right now. Like right now, Luka is a better player than Damian Lillard, but Damian Lillard is playing better than Luka this season. I'll say that. Like you can still, I'm like he's the better player, but you getting outplayed right now. Like I feel like sometimes it be situations like that where like, shoot, these players like they be balling hard, but that's crazy though because like. Yeah, AD going forward, I think he in the same. I think they having the same conversations about him, about Zion, like they having about Paul George, is AD, like moving forward. And honestly, this trade deadline gave us an indicator. In last free agency, gave us an indicator of like it's just that generational change right now in the league where like they shaking things up and they moving players around. Even with the Bulls, honestly, like without Lonzo there, it just doesn't work. That core, that's another team. That core just doesn't work. And I think the Knicks gonna be in the same boat soon. If like they don't actually have real playoff success, if they, I think honestly, a second round bounce, I think that's underperforming for them. I think it's a lot of teams
That's
now dealing
good.
with.
I think that's good for the Knicks. Bro, when was the last time the Knicks been? The last time the Knicks been like really good was with Melo. That was a minute ago.
Yeah, but I think they got higher expectations now.
But I feel like we see the Knicks so bad. It's like just
Mhm.
getting to the second round is like we improving, y'all. We improving. Like
But it's okay. Looking
I
at
get
that
it
though,
though. Like I do get it though. Like the Knicks, it's like
mhm,
it's the Knicks, bro. They probably the popular franchise
mhm,
in the NBA behind Boston and LA. So it's like you expect them to win championship, but bro, last time they been championship, we weren't even thought of.
mhm.
So I mean, just getting like to the second round. Like if they get to the second round, if they beat, because they probably go or Philly in the first round. If they beat one of them teams and they get to the second round, it's a successful season.
I think honestly, it goes seven. It goes seven with Cleveland. Philly, they losing in six. Honestly, I think the Knicks at the end with maybe they got like 2 years left with this core. Julius, I think Julius. I don't think they're gonna sign him again. I mean, he got his money, but like he'll be a free agency when he free agent again, 25, 26 at 31. Unrestricted free agent at 32 in 2026. I think this is like the last 2 years with this core. They got to succeed. At second round, I don't know. I think they want more than second round.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna say with the Clippers, it's either chip or bust. That core is gone. Paul George is probably out of there. I'm not even gonna hold you. I just think like it's a lot of teams right now. I think like I was saying with Lonzo, like not being able to play and like that heat. He was a big important piece to that engine to them being successful. So I think we're gonna see a lot of these teams get shooken up. A lot of them, honestly, just going forward.
I,
Honestly, it
I think this
just
is the oh my bad. I
no,
think
that's
this
what
is the
what you
last
got.
year. I think this is it for the Bulls. Like this Bulls I mean, I think this is it.
That's with
I
that
think
end of that court.
this is it. Because I think DeRozan has a player option
Mhm.
for the third year because this is his second year. So I think he has a player option. And he's
Mhm.
outperformed that contract. The past 2 years, he's outperformed. He was a candidate last year. He's been an
Mhm.
all-star last year, an all-star again. Been showing he one of the best two guards in the league. Like he's outplayed. So he's gonna want a payday. He's gonna want another payday because this is.
At 34,
I mean, this is it. This is his last. This is the last time he's gonna get a decent deal. How much
I
is he
think
getting paid now?
so. He's at 27.3. So he's probably making about like 28 million a year almost.
Okay, never mind. He probably get around. He probably get around that.
But just thinking about like DeMar DeRozan and like him, and I seen that the Kings were thinking about. I always bring them up. I think the Kings were thinking about trying to spend some money on getting somebody like around the Jalen Brown, around just somewhere around there, like that tier 2 solid player to replace like Harrison Barnes. But
Yeah,
I don't know. DeMar,
I think that's done with Harrison, bro. I think that's it for him. No,
you think?
Harrison is still a decent player though. He don't suck, but
Mm-hmm,
I think that's just it, bro. But I mean, this is the year they're gonna go to the playoffs. But I think
mm-hmm.
they're done with Harrison. I think they want Keegan Murray to be that small forward and probably get probably a better, probably a younger, another young forward to go with
And some
that core.
defense. They need to get the defensive personnel too, honestly. So
They need.
it makes sense that they done with that. They done with Harrison Barnes and that is somebody sneaky to look out
They
for this.
they wanted to trade him low key, but since they were so good, trade him. We're good, so I
Yeah,
can't get rid of him.
I think that helped Harrison Barnes too. That like help his stock go up too, because we people seeing him. But honestly though, that just all of it just goes into like the next topic that we're talking about, like which NBA teams in the next 5 years is set up to be really good.
You know,
Mm.
I have OKC and
The Rockets.
core that they got SGA, Giddy. I guess I could put Dort in there to an extent, but I don't believe he'll be there like in 5. But for now, you know, in the next 2 years he'll be there. Jalen Williams, he went to Santa Clara. He was decent. He was decent at Santa Clara, and since he's getting all this run now, he's showing like I can play in the league. He's been like I say in the past month and a half. That made on the tear. People talking about he has a case for rookie of the year. They've been talking about it recently. Do I think he'll get it? Probably not. But in the past month and a half, he's been. And you still got Chet coming back. I feel like some people forgot about Chet. I feel like Chet's gonna be decent. He's gonna be good. Yes, he is. He is a skinny dude. Probably weighs a good 200, 215. But he's a very skilled big man, and I believe stretch the floor. He got some decent handles to an extent, but that. But I think he's gonna be good. And plus, OKC, they're gonna have some cap space. I think they're gonna I think in the next 5 years they're gonna do like what they did with how they traded Paul George, or maybe even because I don't think there's no way you're gonna sign nobody. Like no offense to Oklahoma, but nobody goes there, bro. I don't remember free agent that went there. Me personally, I don't know. But they're gonna have trade assets because they still got all them picks. I looked it up. They still got a Rockets pick, I think, for next year or something. Rockets gonna be back, so that's gonna be a decent pick. So they're set up to get somebody. I'm just gonna put a name out there. I'm gonna just say a Jaylen Brown or something. You could probably trade for him. Go and then you pair him SG Brown. That's not bad. That's not bad. But you can trade for a player like because you have the assets for the next 5 years. And another team that I feel like nobody ain't thinking of like that, the Grizzlies.
Oh, the Grizzlies. No. Yeah, they're super young.
Bro, I looked up. Bro, I saw. Bro, they said Steven Adams is 29. He don't look 29. He don't look 29. 29. He's only and he's the oldest player on the team at 29.
That's crazy.
He's the oldest, bro. He looked like he about 32, but he really 29.
He turned 30. He turned 30 this year, though. This summer he'll be 30.
Yeah, bro. They so young, and you got Ja, superstar, Jaren Jackson, one of the best defensive players in the league. Brandon Clark is pretty decent. You know, Desmond Bain, could he be a star? It depends, maybe. And I don't like the guy, but Dylan Brooks is young. He's good defensively. He gonna talk smack, but he a part of that core too. The past year and basically 2 years, the Grizzlies have been at the top. They're basically championship contender with this young core, and this young core together. Really, last year it came together.
Well, okay,
and they're just championship contender.
To backtrack a little bit, I want to ask you, like, so with the OKC, the Thunder, like, what's in the next 5 years? What does success look like for them?
In the next 5 years, it's hard because
within those 5 years, what does success look like for them?
Making the playoffs, being competitive.
They might do that this year. They're doing that this year.
Yeah, and this is the start of the 5. This is like the start of the 5 years to show because, bro, players look and be like, hey, that team do got some decent players over there. They are playing hard. Could they sign somebody in free agency? Maybe, but I doubt it. Nobody, unless you throw the bag. You have to throw the bag at them. But you really got to trade for players like that. But it just depends. If they trade for Jaylen Brown, your goal is basically to at least get to, say, second round, maybe even conference finals. Because Who knows in the next 5 years what teams are going to like? I'm gonna just speculate. In the next 5 years, LeBron won't be there. So the Lakers, we're not to like be there. Kawhi and PG won't be there. The Grizzlies will be on top. Well, who else?
I mean, I go into my list a little bit for you. You're naming some good people though. You're naming some teams like
The
top dogs.
Kings.
The Kings, I don't know. Honestly, they got a shot. They got a shot at being out there, maybe in the next 5 years. Maybe the next 5 years that window will probably be closed out though. Seeing like the ages and the contracts. Honestly, but just me thinking about for like the next 5 years, the teams that I think are going to be like really really good. I want to say the Pacers because first off, I really love Ben Matterick. Honestly, I think the way his the drive him, and honestly just getting his stamina up to be able to play like an 82 game season, his scoring paired with Tyrese and I always get this other guy name wrong. Andrew, you know what I'm talking about?
Nembhard.
Yeah, that guy, he got something. He got something special. So
He
I
was
like,
good
I
at
like.
Gonzaga last year. He was good.
Okay, I got to start picking up on college, honestly. But I tell you, like, I think the Pacers got some. I think they got some with that, honestly. And I want to say the Magic because I believe in the Magic, but I don't know. I need to see how like the Magic actually like deal with these pieces and stuff like that. Because going forward, I think Franz Wagner. I don't think he didn't get a lot of looks and love, but that man's a bucket. That guy a
He
bucket. And
good.
Pablo, I think when Pablo, like honestly, man, he doesn't play like a rookie. He doesn't play like a rookie. I like his pace. I like his size of body. I think honestly
He,
him with same thing
he
with
was the
Ben.
most NBA ready.
Yeah, yeah, honestly. He get that stamina up to like really like stop making like silly decisions and actually get that closer clutch mentality. That's who I'm riding with. I want to say the Pistons too because I see it. I see what you're talking about with Wiseman. I see it. I see it. I see it. But I don't know yet. I'm not too heavy on the Pistons. I'm not too big on them. But I do think the Pistons got some. I want to say like OKC and Shea with everything like that. But I don't know. I don't know. I think with Shea, I think do Shea really with OKC? He might ride it out. He might ride it out. But I won't be surprised if some I won't be surprised if he ended up somewhere else.
In a
Honestly, with
bigger
all that
market or
being said.
something.
Hmm?
In a bigger market.
Bigger market. He's real. He real popular. Can score like crazy. And OKC got some in him. OKC got some. They knew who he was when they got him. A lot of people probably didn't because they had to trade Paul George to get him. But honestly, I'm gonna say like, man, I don't know. Shea is amazing, and honestly, he's getting a lot of attention this year. Do we still stay with OKC? I think so, but I wouldn't be
No.
surprised if somebody got into his ear, made him think, reconsider going to a bigger market because
One thing, Doc Rivers said it. He said that he did not want to do
mm,
it, bro. He just didn't want to do it. But they was like, bro, you got to give him up if you want Paul George. And they was like, because I mean, and then Leonard doesn't want to because I mean at that time nobody thought Shea all the flashes with when he was on the Clippers. And then
mm,
it was that year when he played with Chris Paul. That 1 year he played with Chris Paul. Saw like, okay, he gonna be good. He gonna be decent. But nobody thought he was gonna ascend to this level. But I mean, I don't blame Kawhi for saying like, do what you got to do to get Paul George because I don't want to I don't want this myself. It doesn't because I don't know what Shea is gonna be. I just don't know. So I don't blame him for that. And the Pistons, I'm starting to question them because K been hurt. Been hurt. And it's like, let's say that Wembanyama, how is he gonna play? Like, I think he's gonna play good alongside, but is he gonna be the man now? Are they gonna take the keys away from him and say, "Here, Victor"?
I don't think he should have the keys anyway. Just based off last week's comment and what Dame said about just young players getting the keys to the franchise so soon. Trey Young being the example, got the keys, not really a leader for the organization, but still trying to learn, develop it as you drive. I don't know. Honestly, that's why I told you I'm not too big and too heavy on Pistons at the same time. But I do think K getting the surgery, getting hurt beginning of the season. I think that was more just like we know we weren't going to be good this year. Let's not put any miles on them. But at the same time, I don't like that either because it's like that just goes into like no one's really gonna ever pass LeBron James on that scoring title. You got young rookie players coming in missing whole seasons like the Zions, the Brandon Ingrams, the Joels, like the ADs. It's just like I'm not really. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not heavy on the Pistons, but I do think they didn't want to put miles on them this season because they know they would suck and it kind of helped out.
They gotta do something, bro. They're gonna if they're getting the first big victor. Like I said last week, bro, you got James, you got Jalen Duren, then you got have store, and you got Marvin Bagley. Somebody ain't gonna be on that team. You gotta have a problem. They got a problem, and they gotta figure something out.
They need better. They
gotta figure something out. No, I think the GM is decent. I think he's done decent. Like he's drafted the players, but it's just the team itself just ain't been good.
Mm-hmm.
K basically missed the beginning of the year, and because it was good. Like when he played, K was putting up numbers, and then he missed basically the whole year. That ain't his fault.
So this year they won that. Let me pull it. They're 16-57 this year. Let me just check out last season to see what they were. They probably won more games than 16 last season, though. Last season, they won 23 and 59. So, I don't know. What we got, like 9 games left this season? So,
they're not getting that, bro. They so weak.
Yeah.
They so garbage.
Yeah, they can't put that down. But honestly, just thinking about it, though, like, honestly, I know this topic, like, it's a real good topic, came up out of nowhere. Just looking at all these teams, and it's like, it is that time where, like, a lot of these cores are coming to the end. I think looking at this one team, I think Miami is one of them teams too. Like,
I think I'm not gonna say in the next year, but I think the year after next year, bro. I think if they don't win, I think I'll do something.
Yeah, I would say the Raptors at that point too.
Because I know Pat Riley looking up like, I love you, Jimmy. You play hard. You're a really good player, bro. But are you that guy? Like you did take us to the finals. You did take us to the finals on the bubble.
He was a 3-point shot away.
You did take us to the conference finals. But are you that guy, or do we just need somebody else to pair alongside with you? Because Miami always in these little rumors about getting whoever, and somehow they never get them just because they don't have the assets.
Yeah, honestly, let me ask you this. So Spencer Dinwiddie had this interview with Taylor Rooks, and he was just talking about how like a lot of these players, like, we only talk about like who we really talk about. That's all said and done. We talk about maybe a little bit of Shaq only because he on TNT, but he was one of the most dominant players as ever. We talk about Bron, we talk about Mike, we talk about Kobe. And I seen this tweet on Twitter just thinking about it. I'm like, man, he's kind of right. He was like, a lot of these players we don't mention. When Jimmy Butler's out of the league, are we going to talk about him still? I think we're not going to talk about basketball with him. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about the second round. You could be a second round pick and work your way. That's what we're going to mention.
Are we going to say, like, was Jimmy Butler this great player or like this really good player? Are you talking about like that?
Yeah, I don't think so. He's a franchise, he a franchise player. He a franchise.
I don't think so.
Franchise player.
I don't think so, G, because like when we get older, we're gonna be like, Jimmy Butler was just he was a decent ass player. That's what we gonna say to him. He was a decent ass player. We ain't gonna say, but we gonna say like Jimmy was like really, really good, but we ain't gonna say, man, that guy Jimmy was raw. He was a monster. I don't think we gonna say all that, but we gonna say Jimmy Butler was decent. Like he was a decent player. He led Miami. He went to the Heat by himself to lead franchise. He's led them to the playoffs every year he's been there.
But that's what we were saying. That's what we were saying in the bubble. We was like, man, Jimmy. We was like, man, we got to put some respect on Jimmy Woo. And I think honestly, when you just look at that, like that's how you look at it. It's like, man, when he out of the league, I think that's how we look at it right now. Like, man, Jimmy, he can't be our guy going forward. I think them trying to hold on to Jimmy, him being that engine for Miami. I don't think it's Bam. I don't think it's Bam. I think them trying to hold on for Jimmy being that engine, they got to look at it and be for real with themselves. Like, they not gonna move the decor. I say they got 2 years. Miami got 2 years left.
Like a little rebuild, but we don't consider Miami in rebuild. They probably retool and get some good players to pair. Because once Jimmy's gone, it's going to be Taro and Bam as your two cores. Then it's like now we got to surround those two players. But I don't, because look at the Heat, 34, but majority of the year they have been good. They've been below average.
I'm not feeling that for them.
They've been below. So I don't know. I think in the next 2 years probably they gonna be down. They not gonna be good for them in the next 5 years. There's a lot of these teams that ain't gonna be good in the next 5 years. You can say the same thing about in the next 5 years. Is Luka gonna be there in the next 5 years?
I don't know. So we're just talking about these teams in next 5 years. Let's just talk about the championship window for the Celtics. Their window, is it closing with Jaylen Brown's comments?
I don't think so. I mean, I feel like he was kind of in the, he was talking about, man, I don't know what they gonna do with me because they was talking about it on this morning. It's like, man, every time somebody pop up in a trade, they always put me in there. It is always him though, because the Celtics view Jason Tatum, bro, and I think everybody in the league knows this. Jason Tatum is a better player than Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown, I feel like if you want to say the gap is pretty close to them, I'm because Jaylen Brown will be showing like I could be that guy too. And what if does he and like in his head does he want to be like the best player on the team? He probably does, but they be doing him bogus every time, giving him trade rumors. And then I looked up like what he can get. So if it's a chance he can get all NBA. It's a chance. He's been really good this year. So that means 5 years, 287. Eligible in July. That would be 165. Then if he just signs it, like if he's just a regular free, he'll get 5 years, 245 from the Celtics. But if he goes to a different team, he can get 4 for 181. So basically, he can plus anywhere. Does he want to be the best player? Did you see this earlier? They was talking about the Hawks are monitoring Brown. Could he fit with?
Be serious. Be serious. Y'all couldn't even make it work to DeJounte.
It's nothing. It's nothing. They gonna be there for a good minute. I mean, you could put them in that conversation of the next 5. They in upward, bro. You got probably argue best dynamic duo in the league. You can argue it. Top 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's up.
So I don't take his comments as I'm not taking nothing out of that.
I think honestly, I want to see this Mavs Kyrie. I want to see this Luka Kyrie Mavs playoff run. I think they're gonna do something that's gonna make people say they're the best duo, but it won't be true. But I think best duo in the league is honestly Sabonis and Fox right now. So that's what I'm gonna hold down.
You want to right now as of March? What is it? March 23rd? They the best duo.
Best duo in the league.
You can argue it. You can argue. I mean, you can. You like because if you go with duos, Jalen, Jason, James Harden, Joel, Giannis and Drew this year. Jokic and Murray. You can argue it. I feel like it's a case, bro. It's a case. Yeah. Have they been the best? I would say probably been the best in 2023.
Yeah,
but maybe not in 2022.
No, not 22. They didn't play like 14, 12 games with each other in 22. That was like, I think so. Off camera, Asa asked me, "How did you know that the the Kings were going to be so good this season. I was like, well, I was like, when they played those few games with each other, when you finally move Fox back to being the main ball handler without Tyrese there and Sabonis being a triple threat, their pick and roll efficiency jumped up to like top four in the league. And I was like, once they acquired like Mike Brown, who just left the Warriors, and they got Kevin Hurt and Malik Monk, I was like, you got this guy, this big man Sabonis, this triple threat. I was like, and you got Fox, he's so fast, his mid-range shot is better. He fast going, like you don't know if he get that ball, take off with it. Sabonis kick it to a 3-point shooter, or he take it to the whole bully ball, you lay it up. So I'm like, nah, they gotta be good. I'm like, and then a window opened up. A lot of teams that were supposed to be there dropped off. So I was like, they gotta break it this season. That was my predictor. But I'm gonna say though, like Fox and Sabonis, I'll give it to him. Best duo in the league. And I think the Celtics window, I think Jaylen Brown, just the way he said it, was like he was just upfront about it, like, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. But he show up to work every day. He never let it get to him. He know like that's a part of the culture of the NBA. You're gonna be in trade rumors. People gonna say, "Hey, you know, such and such should lead the team." You know, all type of weird narratives. But Jaylen Brown, he be in there. He be locked down, and you know he was there first. But it's okay. Tatum is Tatum, man. Tatum is Tatum. But it is what it is. I think Jaylen Brown, if he do leave the Celtics, I think honestly it won't be bad blood between them. He'll still probably live in Boston over the summer, all that good stuff. So I like how the way Jalen handled it. I think he's the vice president of the MVP of the NBPA.
The Players Association.
Yeah, the Players Association.
I don't know. I really don't
it's
know.
It's him and CJ, and it's CJ McCollum. I think he the
CJ is the president.
Yeah, and then
he the
I don't
know
president.
Who's the vice.
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know. I think it's just that it's like every time it's always him. I think that's what makes. Why is it always me?
Don't nobody want Marcus Smart.
No, you gotta give me more than Marcus. You gotta give me more than Marcus, bro. Like, but
who you said?
Why is it? They say he was on three-way with Jason Tatum and Brad Stevens, telling him, "Bro, what's up? What's up, bro? Like, why is it me?" Man. Bro, it's just I don't even know what they could. I don't know what you could say to that guy. But it's just he just doesn't like to be in the trade rumors every year.
You gotta get used to it, like John Collins and Miles Turner. He gotta get used to it.
But Jason Tatum is never in trade rumors though. That's the thing. You never hear Jason Tatum in trade rumors though. Never.
Not even when KD was on the table.
Exactly. Not, bro. You know they weren't giving him up.
But Jason Tatum is their guy. Jason Tatum is their guy. You can't do that to Jason. You don't even want to. Jason is their guy. Is it easier to replace Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum?
I can replace Jaylen Brown.
Who can you replace Jaylen Brown with?
Ooh, off the top of my head. Any player? Ooh, man. You know what? Actually, that's a good one. I ain't gonna lie. Actually, Anthony Edwards.
He's better than
if you obviously. But I say Anthony Edwards. I feel like he could do basically the same as Jaylen Brown.
I think Kuz could replace him too.
Potentially. But you're not finding like obviously there's probably a whole bunch of Jason Tatums, but Jason Tatum been balling. Jaylen Brown been too though. Don't get me wrong, he been. But like I said, man, if I had to choose, I'm gonna put Jaylen Brown in trade rumors all day, every day, bro.
No, I like Jaylen Brown,
bro.
I honestly, I would try to do my best to keep the rumors being heard in the public anyway. I think Jaylen Brown, I like Jaylen Brown. I like the way he be locked in. I like the defense that he plays. I think he's a better defender than Tatum. Honestly, I think Tatum just got the body and size, but I think Brown, the complete package. He what Jimmy Butler should be.
He's just a way better offensive player than Jimmy. He's a way better offensive player.
Honestly, no, I'm not gonna say that because Jimmy is a way better playmaker than Jaylen Brown at the same time.
I give you that. I would say I'm talking about he's a better offensive.
Offensive. Yeah, I'm gonna say Jim. Yeah.
Or two. Don't get me wrong, but Jaylen Brown, man, he can get you. He can go get you 40, bro. Now Jimmy can too, but not like Jaylen Brown can.
It's a lot of pump fake free throws.
But yeah, I don't take none of that serious. They'll be fine. They'll be good. But he's a free agent next year. So that's something to look at. but let's say they let's say they get to the and say let's get to the conference finals the next year and lose. Are you thinking about, we went through this 6-year run. We've always gotten to the playoffs, but we ain't. You might think about breaking it up. You gotta think about it. You really are. Because if this is our ceiling, just get to the conference finals, that ain't good enough.
Yeah, that's not enough for the Celtics. That's a very, very prestigious franchise organization right there. But you got any comments before anything else, topics you want to bring up before we wrap this thing up?
The Warriors.
Oh yeah, talk about that. Oh dang, I skipped that one. Yeah. So yeah, honestly, I think the word I don't think it's a big of a problem. Honestly, I think they show us each year that they kind of remind me of the Spurs. It's like I don't care where we land, as long as we make the playoffs. When it's time to win, I think it's hard beating them boys to win 4 in the playoffs. It's hard to get the 4 before them. You gotta respect them, bro.
9-29 though on the road. You not something to be like, whoa.
No, because I think Wiggins would be. I think Wiggins would be back by playoff time. And
you think so? You think he comes back?
I think honestly, because when we look at how they treat the season, it's like, oh, he rolled his ankle. It's only a month left. Let's give him the whole time off. Woo, long as we get there. I think they're giving Andrew time to deal with it. And once he get back to like on court, that's when you really gonna be able to push past the issue, like do what you love. So I think Andrew gonna be back because he ain't seriously, as far as we know, he's not seriously hurt or whatever. I don't want to say the allegations on the pod, but
I'm gonna say this. So this is the Warriors, right? They're 9-29 on the road. Guess how many points they give up on the road?
Probably 120, 112.
Yeah, right. 124 points. That's a lot. And they only give up 111 at the crib. They rank 25th in points. They've given up 118 and 125 and 122 in the last 3. But they around, right?
So far, that's how it's looking, yeah.
Do you think with their road struggles, are they going to be able to get a W on the road against the Kings? Like the Beam, right?
Bro, it's going to be really, really hard to beat the Kings at home. Because right now, the Kings at home, you got to think, it's going to be the first time that a playoff game in 16 years. It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. Because then you got to think, I seen that too, and I was worried because I think about the bubble, how they said they played so good because of rest and sleep. It's only a 2-hour draft. So if they fly in, it's only a 30-minute, 40-minute flight. So if they play each other, those are well-rested teams. And just seeing the Celtics get smoked by seeing the Kings get smoked by the Celtics. And then the Warriors win at home. So that means maybe when they get on the road, they just, laxy-daisy. I don't know. I think the Warriors could win 2 games in the Kings home. If they go to 7, I give it the Kings, though.
Bro, if they face the Kings, they ain't winning none of them games on the road. I just don't, bro. Especially, bro, if Wiggins doesn't come back, bro. Wiggins is probably their second most important player. He ain't the best, but he their second most important player.
Yeah, because Poole ain't been Poole this season.
He ain't. And Klay Thompson been good, but on the defensive end, Draymond Green, he still plays good defense, but this ain't Draymond from back in the day. No. And I don't trust his bench. Their bench isn't good. I don't care. Their bench is just not good. Bro, because that means you have to. You can win all 3 of your games at the crib, Warriors, but that means you got to at least win 1 game at Sacramento. Hostile environment in a game 7. Bruh, that game is going to be turned. Warriors going to be able to win the game in game 7. Yes, they've been there. They've done it all. Trust them winning on the road. You know what we might do when the season is over with, we might do a topic the playoffs or whatever. But we're going right now. I don't think so. I don't think they can. I don't think they will get that. I don't think so. I don't think they'll be able to win. Could the Kings get? Can they win in San Francisco? I don't know.
They can. I think they can. I say that because like every game, the Kings been having to prove themselves. Let me just pull this up, looking at like the free throws, just looking at how many free throws they get less than the Warriors. So right now for the season, says here, where we at? Oh wait, I lost it. Let's pull it up. So for Knicks, Bucks, Clippers, 76ers, Trailblazers, Pelicans, Raptors, Cavaliers. Oh dang, they got cut off. No, okay, that's the Wizards. Okay, they got the team that I'm looking for got cut off on the list, but I just think like the Kings, man, they get screwed over. They don't get a lot of the calls they should. Like, they still fighting, but they've been grinding and becoming one this season. I think the Warriors, man. I don't know. It kind of make me also think about the other topics we said. Like, are we seeing like the end of this core? Is this like the end of this Warriors core? I said last year I don't think the Warriors win a chip ever again with this core.
I remember you said that.
Yeah, and I still feel that way. I think maybe this is like maybe we might see them for first round exit, and this is the end of the core. This is the end of like this Golden State this run.
Well, okay, if we going by that, so let's say in the next 5 years, Draymond Green won't be there. We know that he ain't gonna be there no more. Poole will be there because he just signed. Curry is always gonna be there no matter what. Are they gonna resign Clay?
Clay won't be there.
Are they like in the next? I don't know when his contract's up. I'm gonna just throw it out there. I'm gonna just say maybe 2 years. He got 2 years left with them. Will they resign Clay? I don't know. It actually might be the end of this core. And it's just gonna be Steph, just some other players.
Oh, I know. Hey, am I reading this wrong? You say here Clay got about maybe 2 years left with them. 2024, he'll be a unrestricted free agent.
So if we count, so basically 1 year then.
Yeah.
After next year, basically.
He getting $40 million a year. Next year he getting paid $43 million. I don't.
Goodness, man. He made
another one up
sitting on the couch, bro. He missed them.
But he was working. He was running
all that money.
Man, you're crazy.
Hey,
you're crazy. He gonna be mad as hell. He see this.
Hey, he made, man. You basically getting 70 million, man, in your pocket just for sitting on the couch and boy, you getting paid all that money to get courtside seats.
Man, Clay was on the beach running them dunes and running in the sand, man. He was working. But I'm gonna say this, like honestly, just today's topic, just really like this is really good. It came out of nowhere. Just like we really are seeing the end of a lot of these teams' core. This is like a lot of teams, man. This is about the end. Like most people got like 3 years max left, and it's finna shake up. It's finna change. And you just saying like the Grizzlies going in the next 5 years. They one of them teams going in the future. Like, yeah, they supposed to be the top team in the West the next 5 years. You
would you say the Nuggets are up there too? Next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I would still say maybe four at max.
I mean, Jokic ain't.
It's Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. He has to if he was showing himself like, oh wow, like he gonna be able to take things over and lead the next year, but I don't see that yet from him. And I try to be nice and coming in. I see what you guys say about him, but it's like Michael Porter Jr. He has to be better for me to say that the Nuggets are gonna be the next 5 years.
You want him to be 20-point scorer?
A little bit more.
He averaging 17 right now. 17.
I would like him to be somewhere near 24, 26.
That means you got to take over the reins of, say, Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray is going to be there for a minute. Jamal Murray, 24 and 6.
But Jamal in 5, you think Jamal going to be there in 5 years playing at that level?
I think he'll still be good because he's only 26.
Jamal 26?
Yeah, he's only 26.
Oh, that's good. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to hold you. I think
Jokic is 28. And
in the next
and how
5
and
years.
with his play style, it don't matter what his age gonna be with his play style. So it don't even matter. And Michael Porter Jr. He's only 24. That's your core.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. Next 5 years, they got it. They got it. Theirs is just
Yeah.
all about can we sign a Jeremy Grants? Can we sign a Josh Harts? Can we
Man, they should
sign
have kept him.
Gary
He
Trent
should. I
Jr.?
ain't gonna lie. He should have stayed, man. He should have stayed with them, bro. They said they offered him the same exact money that the Pistons gave him, but he just wanted a bigger role. Now, in his part, as he more known with going to the Pistons because he was the best player on the Pistons. The first year he was the first year. He was the best player last year. Then they traded him. So is he getting more recognition? I would say yes, but he would have been the fourth player on the Nuggets. Mm-hmm. And why do I always forget about Aaron Gordon? Aaron Gordon is 27. And I forget about him every time. Right there. Everybody's 30 and below. And Aaron Gordon putting up 16 and 6. So, and they just gave him some money too. So everybody on that team has their money. It's about your core four and who you're going to surround them with. Will be there. I think it's going to be them and like the Grizzlies, the Kings, maybe the Thunder. Who knows? Because let's say the Warriors go down, maybe even the Suns. Let's just Suns will probably still be there in the next 5 years. I don't know. KD, will he be in the league in the next 5 years? I don't know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the end of like Golden State, the Clippers. So yeah, the Nuggets. I think you can't argue it.
Yeah. So with that being said, man, thank y'all boys for tuning in and listen to our great topics. Make sure you share with your group chat, like, subscribe, repost, Instagram, Full Court Entertainment. That's us. And like that, we're gone, man.